Yo, Bonnie Blue. If you wanted to be infamous, congratulations. You have achieved that medal. You are the most infinite 304 ever. She is the young lady that decided it was a good idea to beat the Guinness Book of Records for sleeping with the most men in the shortest amount of time. Yes, you heard me correctly. She slept with over 1,000 men in less than 24 hours. And she's not the only one. She actually broke the record of another young lady that we are not going to mention. Why? Because I honestly can hardly remember her name. See, this is what happens to women who are in sex work. You forget their names. The world forgets you. Sooner or later, why is that? It is because you do not contribute anything to society at all. Bonnie decides to film. She's going on a bang bus tour, BBT. And she's going from country to country, city to city, state to state, sleeping with as many barely legal teenagers as possible. She loves them young. Yes, she loves them young. She gets turned on by the barely legal teenagers. The young men that are 17 and just on the edge of turning 18. She loves those types of men. I don't know why. It's a fetish of hers. And she films with these young men. This is where the story gets interesting because she hit a roadblock when she got to Bali, Indonesia. I guess she didn't know what the laws were, even though she was told what the laws were, and that you could not do certain things in certain countries. We all know this, especially countries that are a majority Muslim-based. They do not play, Bonnie. You should have known this. And so Bonnie is sitting in jail right now in Bali. I actually don't even know the laws there, but she now knows. She is sitting in jail and is facing 15 years. Yes, they are trying to give her football numbers for filming dirty flicks. She is sitting in jail facing 15 years for filming flicks. The question I posed at the beginning of this video is, if all of this is morally right, then why do they cover their faces? Why are they ashamed? Leave a comment in the comment section and we'll get to that after this video.
First, Bonnie Blue, the porn star famous for betting 1,000 men in one day, faces 15 years jail after being arrested in Bali. She arrived on the Indonesian island at the start of schoolies and made no attempt to hide her intentions.
Schoolies! She calls them schoolies, barely legal. Now, if this was a man, right? And this is how you know the double standards there are double standards in this world. We all know this. For men and for women. The only difference is that men do not complain about the double standards. Women will complain about the double standards. Men do not complain about the double standards because we understand how the world works. So if this was a man saying, I'm here in your city looking for the schoolies, the girls that are barely legal, do you know what would happen to that man? They would literally build a new jail for him, and then they would put him under the jail. Yes, they would put him under the jail, not in the jail. This is what would happen to this man. But for Bonnie Blue, we roll out the red carpet and she is welcome to do whatever it is she wants.
She has since been arrested along with 17 men while allegedly filming content. Now, as you can see, the men, 15 of whom were Australian, weren't too keen to show their faces. I can't imagine why. It's being reported that Bonnie Blue may be prosecuted for allegedly breaching Indonesia's morality laws. And if found guilty, she faces a fine of more than $500,000 and a prison sentence long enough to make her rethink her career choices.
This is disgusting. And do you want to know why these men cover their faces? It is because their future wives, their future children will love to see this. Oh, yes. What were you doing in Bali, Daddy? They will love to see this. Your future fiance would love to know that you went and banged a flick star that banged 1,000 men in 24 hours back to back, no break. I mean, she might have took a 30, but after that, it was back to back to back to back to back. She was trying to break the record. Disgusting. These men are disgusting. That's another point. It's not just Bonnie. These men are nasty as well. These men have no morals. It's sad to say that they're covering their faces because they don't want their future girlfriends, their future wives, their future fiancés to see what kind of scumbags they are, because these are men who should not be leading a woman. These are men who should not be leading families. They cannot they have no composure. They cannot control their urges. They're nasty. They know this woman is a 304. They know that she has bedded more than 1,000 men. I mean, I can't even begin to count right now, but they know how many men she slept with so far. Do they care? No, as long as they have a hole to stick there inside of, right? Right.
Then again, maybe not.
So if I had my way, I would criminalise most of what you do, and you wouldn't have all this money, right? So obviously on a personal level,
gangbangs in prison.
Bonnie Blue was banned from Australia last year after inviting barely of age school leavers to have sex with.
Production, and she's advertising it. So I can see why the Indonesian government was not too happy about that. I think she was completely naive and foolish to think she would be able to do that. But in many ways, Bonnie Blue is the end result of the sexual revolution. Sex has become just an act like any other. It has been turned into a commodity that you can buy and sell, and there is no moral value attached to it anymore. So
there is no intimacy tied into sex anymore. Like she said, it is now a chore. It can be exchanged for currency because 304s are out here running wild and they do not care. They're sleeping with any and everybody. They just don't care. Body count after body count, bodies after bodies. They don't care. See, this is the end result of feminism, which told women you can sleep with whoever you want. You can sleep with as many men as you want. This is the sexual revolution. Let's all just exchange fluids. It doesn't matter. Let's swap. It doesn't matter. You'll find a man that's going to want to marry you at the end of the day. Yes, it's like a pot of gold. You'll find it at the end of the rainbow. It's all peaches and cream from here. Sleep with as many men as you want. So then you have 304s like Bonnie Blue, who rose up from the ashes. And what are they doing? They are selling flicks for money, and they are making a killing off of it, and we cannot blame them. Why? Because it is the weak men that are buying it. It's the weak men that are subscribing. OnlyFans is only as prominent as it is because of what? Because of the weak men that subscribe for $4.99 to talk to a woman.
Are we really surprised? No. Do I support Islamic morality laws? No. But am I happy that someone's finally standing up to Bonnie Blue? Yeah.
So you'd like to see her in the slammer?
I think it'd be pretty funny, and I think it would deter copycats, because that's the other problem. All of these young girls are now seeing how much attention she gets, and we're giving her attention right now, which is frustrating, but she makes headlines because she is so extreme. So people have to know this is not okay.
But she could do it somewhere else where she's not going to get a ring.
Excuse me, sir. Do you not know that the men who were caught with her are Australian? Remember at the beginning when they said she was banned from Australia, so she cannot go to Australia and shoot her flicks? So now these Australian men, young men, follow her. These Australian weak men follow her. So they know exactly where she's going to be. And I'm pretty sure they've been following this tour. When she ended up in Bali, their stupid asses decided to go out to Bali too and not even look up the laws that they have in Bali. As that young lady said, she doesn't agree with the morality laws and everything else. Y'all don't understand that those are needed. Morality laws are needed because human beings by nature have no morals. Human beings by nature have no morals. If you put 10 people in the jungle by themselves and no one to police them, I guarantee you, they will do some of the most despicable things to one another that you have ever seen human beings do.
But a Bali fall.
But that's not the law. The law is you can't produce pornographic material. There's a big difference.
Yeah, no, but there are other rules around sex as well. But
no flicks.
The other point is, if you go to a foreign country, you play by a foreign country's rules.
That's a fact.
You know, 𝗕𝗵𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂, the Bali Nine. I mean, the Bali Nine I always found so strange because Australians were so upset about it, and these men could face the firing squad and the death penalty. Of course, some of them have indeed. And it was all, woe is us, how could this possibly happen? But, like, if you try to run drugs into a country where that's what they do to people who run drugs, you know the risk you're taking, don't you? Just as if you go to a country where it is illegal to make pornography, surely you know you are running the risk of ending up in jail.
She not only knew the risk, because don't forget she'd been deported from Fiji as well. Now, Fiji's not an Islamic nation, but they also...
I agree. They should definitely post those men's pictures all over the news. Matter of fact, they should put up a billboard with their pictures on it, because you have to deter weak men from doing shit like this. Weak men in society create a weak society. This is the reason why, with the morality laws that they have, they put them in place so that you don't have women going around making content. They change words around it in order to empower some hoism. This is why they have those laws. And this is why we have to be governed. We have to abide by certain laws, because if you don't, there will be lawlessness. And if there is, you will have weak men running society. And we cannot have that. These men are definitely weak. She's doing what a 304 does, so you cannot blame her. But these weak-ass men, they are the ones who allow this to continue to happen. They are the enablers of hoism. Weak men are the enablers of hoism. Simps are the enablers of hoism. They are the ones who enable this shit, and this is the reason why you can have a young lady, I'm not going to name her name, who made millions of dollars, right, on OF. And then they compared her to the millions of dollars that LeBron James made in 1 year. She made more money than he made in 1 year on OF. Crazy, right? We cannot complain and blame these women for practicing hoism. We cannot blame them. The only people that we can honestly blame are the weak-ass men who subscribe to this, because without them and without their money, these women would not continue doing this. Not to mention, Bonnie Blue knew exactly what she was doing. She knows that they're going to give her a slap on the wrist. She is going to be right back out, go to the next country on her bang bus tour, looking for barely legal boys, aka schoolies. Until next time.
If you like this video, like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more content.